Hello everybody, hope you had a good dinner or you're waiting for dinner after course and the lesson. And normally this lesson, Dr. Vatsala going to do it, but Dr. Vatsala is so tired today because she has to see so many patients. I'm tired too, but like I thought, what's a lot to have break, I can take the lesson. But next time, I think all the medicine classes would do by will do Vatsala, Dr. Vatsala, and then especially from January, it is much better because she has the Dravyaguna Vijnana, this masters, and she's better equipped in that way, and I think Vatsala would be really good for conducting this course, this medicine part. Anyway, I will do this one. It's not my best part, but I will go ahead with that. And yes, Ayurvedic practitioners level 2 course. Then that means you have had some kind of knowledge last year. I'm not going to carry on a lot, but we have to have a thread, otherwise you might not follow in this lesson anyway. And we have to see why we have to learn Dravyaguna Vijnana or this medicine part, because is first and foremost you have to give something when a patient comes, and that means you had to learn how to what is medicine is, and how you prescribe the medicine, how to write a prescription and give it to patient and explain the prescription, and let them know how you take it, or if it is a special preparation, you would be able to tell them how to take it, and this whole thing you need to learn, and that's what yes, because it's the constitution and imbalances and then disorders, they all is one part. Then in preparing medicine and giving to patient according to their imbalances is another part, and these two things has to marry together to be a wedding, otherwise no, like this is not happening, because some people, I knew some people, some Ayurvedic doctors or Ayurvedic practitioners, they would love to stay in a place like balancing patient with the dinacharya, ritucharya, like a seasonal regime and this kind of thing, and give the home remedies sometimes, so ask them to not to do some yoga and pranayama, and this is not going to work, because if you stand for stand as Ayurvedic doctor or the practitioner, patient would expect you to give them something, and according to their dosha and imbalance, that's why we are going to learn that. And the first year, when you come in the first year, I think you already might have practiced now a little bit, and you'll be able to have all the generic medicine like Samahan, which is for cold and coughs and stuff like that, and how do you take is like open the sachets, put in the hot water, and when you're beginning to feel cough, cold, three times a day, you can take as a tea, and that is Samahan. And then especially the winter time is very good, but I'm going to make some other things as well in the clinic, and we are in a testing doing that. And then we have muscle guard cream, and which is you can prescribe to people who has aches and pains, and especially arthritis and back pains and stuff like that. Is instant kind of pain relief, but it's not going to go away permanently until you're using proper way to understand the patient and diagnose, and given the lifestyle and dietary habit and other things the patient wanted to. But but for instance, the people feeling like suffering a lot with the pain, then you can prescribe that kind of thing. And other one we use in generic thing is a Triphala tablet. As a Triphala tablet, anybody can buy from outside, and but like the difference between our Triphala and other Triphala is the concentration is so high, and that means you can have one tablet is much enough for a day. Some tablets has to take 6 tablets to have a similar dose, and then Triphala tablet is like mild purgative kind of thing, and it is good for some kind of balance, 3 dosha balancing, anywhere, headaches, tummy pain, aches, that kind of thing. Also very good, because it has qualities of the dosha balancing, that's why. And other things you using is cumin and honey. You have to use, you have to make it and use it yourself. It is for the digestive tract problems, for stimulating digestive fire and balancing the digestive fire. Some other things you're using is Amahara. Amahara you're using is like I gave you a formula before, and fenugreek and ajwan, cumin and black cumin kind of thing, and black cumin and ajwan, fenugreek, cumin, ajamoda, cumin, methi seed, methi. And this combination is I gave how to make it, and this I think if you can't make it, we have making clinic, you can buy it if you wanted to. And the other one is Avipattikara Churni, CHPK, and that also you can use as a digestive powder, and yeah. Pakachurna, yeah, Amahara Pakachurna, the Avipattikara is a Pakachurna, and other things, you can have Ashwagandha Shatavari, Ashwagandha powder. It's how to use it. It's a morning 1 teaspoon. It has a vata balancing quality, and sometimes it increases vata, and that means it's good for energy. And Shatavari, it's a controversy of our Shatavari, but it's like I think no problem, you can use it, but the thing is, if somebody has estrogen dominant cancers or estrogen dominant some kind of breast cancers, don't use it. Other than that, you can use Shatavari. It's increasing the feminine quality of the body, and it is good for any menstrual disorders plus menopause related disorders, and generally is make the woman feel calm, and that's because it's like it has effect on femininity, like kind of thing, and that is really good. And that 2 things we using, and Soma jam and Surya jam we using. Soma jam is like again is a rejuvenation, and it is women has problem with fertility issues and menopause and lot of in the energy, lack of energy, you can use this the Soma jam. Surya jam is for the men's disorders and men's debilitating things like sexual disorders and the sperm count low, that kind of thing. And but you can use Surya jam for the female as well. But Soma jam we don't use for the male very much, because if you're a little bit so much testosterone, you can use men to calm down, give some 1 teaspoon of soma jam, then they will calm down, kind of thing. And then don't do that, it's joke. And then it's really hard to talk to people. Only audience is Ajanta. Anyway. Then another one is we have a somatonic and surya tonic, similar kind of properties, and you can carry on with that. And with all things, you have some knowledge about how to make medicine, like ginger, honey, lime kind of thing, and kind of other medicine. Yes,
they have Pittahara tablet as well.
Pittahara, other one is like a Pittahara tablet, and is a Pittahara tablet again is really, really good for the menopause, menstrual cycle, some disorders. Even you can use the women as well, and it's reduce the fire in the body. Okay, fire mean a pitta reducing tablets. Okay, that's what we know now. Okay, and that's every formula I said to you. You should know about what's in it, how it works, and give it to patient and do the therapeutic trials. And you might have some kind of experience to tell me. Is you can tell me what is the any adverse effect, bad effect, good effect, you can tell me. But especially when we come in together in Saturday Sunday classes, I can ask that question anyway. Okay, and what we are going to learn today is Dravya Guna Vijnana. Dravya mean the substances, Guna mean the attribute, Vijnana mean knowledge. Knowledge about the substances, knowledge and qualities. No, the substances and their qualities, and about that knowledge, substance and qualities, about that knowledge we call Dravya Guna Vijnana. Because we have to talk about 3 different ways this Dravya or the substances. Nama Rupa Vijnana. Nama, like, what is Nama mean?
Name.
Yeah, Tumhara naam kya hai? Hindi.
The one Hindi said.
Hindi.
Mera naam.
That is Hindi films,
We had a whole conversation in Hindi.
Yeah, Nama mean name. Is Nama, is similar thing. Rupa mean the way, the beauty or the presentation. Nama Rupa Vijnana. And then Nama Rupa Vijnana Rupa means some kind of form. That's, if I am Deepika, I have somebody can identify me because of my form. Like they never identify me as Ajanta because they define because of I have a Rupa. I have the form of my form. Like even though we have everybody as a human being, and that is human form. We can identify dog and human between differentiation that, because that is dog, this is human. But when you go to deeper, that we can identify like Asians and Europeans, and then more when you go deeper, we can identify like Ajanta and Deepika, and more we go into deeper in that, we can have the body parts we identify. Like that, we going to analyze and identify, like this about the Rupa. Rupa mean the form, and form and Nama Rupa mean according to that form, we going to give them a name. My form, they give me Deepika. The name is Deepika. Is that's way we identify who am I, and same way with the medicine. We give some kind of name to identify the, we see the, why we always saying plants are, it is plants because it's a green. a lot of plants are green, and then we call it a green plants, like some kind of a rupa, we identify rupa, it's as a group we identify like that way. But when you go to every single plant, one plant is different than the other plant, you see, it's just like a human, you see, some plants has similar kind of quality, but when you really go there, you can see some difference between two plants, some similarity, some herbs has, some plants has similarity. But when you really go and define, go and see their qualities, the guna, you can feel like, this is one, this is the other one. And nama rupa vijnana mean, that is it. It's very important to identify the herb, because otherwise, as Ayurvedic doctor, and we could give something without knowing the plant, like at the moment you might not having a problem, because why everything come with a label and everything, and saying this is in, and somebody would take control of that and take control of that. You are not going to make mistake, because this plant, for example, if you wanted to have a rosemary, even you don't know anything about rosemary, if somebody put it in a packet and put a name on it, this rosemary, then you can use it, and then that is the way that is now. But when you wanted to be a good Ayurvedic doctor, you need to have you need to know what is rosemary look like, and nama rupa, like that's what is called rosemary, because rosemary have that kind of spiky kind of little leaves, and it's like a bush, and it is smell that, and that is because of that we call it rosemary, and that's called nama rupa vijnana. Because of this form, it has a name, and it is morphological characteristic we call, like it's a big name, don't worry about it. And and then guna dravya nama rupa vijnana, guna karma vijnana. Then if it is have a guna, it has action as well, you see. If you have that, is for example, it is guna, some kind of somebody something. If it is fire, the action is hot, and like that, something guna has a karma. And if it's something light, and if you have it, you feel like light, or you can is karma is making that light. And this I'm not light about this light bulb light. It's light, and then every guna has some kind of karma, that like me, my guna has a karma. If I have angry, if I have avatpita person angry and stubborn and everything, my karma is fighting with somebody, arguing with somebody. That is the action of mine. But my guna is fire and pitta in balance. And if it is vata, is talking with somebody, and is a vata person's karma is the one is excessive talk. And like that, guna and karma vijnana, that means every single herbs has a guna or attribute, and because of that attribute they are acting and behaving differently, and that is called karma, guna karma vijnana. It is Ayurvedic, it's called pharmacology. Guna karma vijnana, you can have the guna, and according to the attributes, what is the action is, and that one we learned last time in your first year. Rasa, guna, virya, vipaka, prabhava. Rasa mean the taste, there are 6 tastes, and every taste making some kind of action in the body. Sweet, savory, salty is aggravating vata, alleviating vata. Astringent, pungent, bitter, aggravating vata. And sweet, savory, salty, aggravating kapha. Astringent, pungent, bitter, alleviating kapha. Coming down kapha. Like that, you every single rasa, have effect on karma, in a person. And that's what we especially when we make medicine, we have to think about that taste, you see. And if you make a medicine for the patient is under 12 years, you think astringent, this patient is astringent, pungent, very bitter taste, I'm going to make that really bitter. If that patient would drink it? No. And that means we have to carefully think about how to manage this without putting too much trouble to the patient to take it, even though they need a rasa like that. But the thing is, if an adult, mature patient comes and sometimes they feel like, oh, I can't eat this one, it's too rough, I can't do that, this kind of thing. And then what you can do is, either you can tell what is the effect on this medicine, and then it will cure this one, and you can shut up and take it. But if it is not, it is sometimes some patients are difficult, and at that point, as Ayurvedic doctor, you have to have idea how to make it palatable and less the unappetizing for more appetizing for the patient. And that's also we are going to learn in the future, like a sanskaran, how to make medicine. And if the difficult patient comes, or is young children comes, how to prepare it kind of palatable way, then they can take it. And otherwise, how much experienced doctor you are, how much experienced practitioner you are, and how much knowledge you have, it doesn't matter. The patient won't take the medicine, and that means that there is no reputation. This patient is not going to be getting better, and that means you need to know about how to prepare the medicine. If it is somewhere, like if you say hingvastaka, is a hing, like it is acidity, that is really bitter. Is some people don't like to take bitter, and then sometimes you can see have a little bit of honey or lime juice and a little bit salt or something like that, then they will take it, and less hassle for you and the patient both. Okay, and then rasa guna, we learn about 20 gunas, ushna, shita, guru manda kind of thing, but I'm not going to explain it again. Guru, cold, hot, cold, heavy, light, liquidy and statics, and like that we learn 20 guna and go and see what are the guna. Okay, and then virya mean the potence of the herbs. Either these all things, after you thinking about rasa and guna, and then third one to consider about virya. Virya means it's act in the body as a cooling or heating. Okay, and for example, if you have seen coriander leaves are heating, coriander seeds are cooling, and sometimes is, if you call turmeric, is heating, and is outside and inside is different action is making. Is outside turmeric is like if you have wound or something like that, you can put it wound, and like it's like wound healing property and antibacterial, antiseptic and all the thing, but it's not going to be in inside. Inside this aggravating heat, and that means so many people is taking the turmeric thinking like I can kill bacteria, I can do this, I can do that, but internally it wouldn't work like that. It is much heating property, and that means it is, if you already have a heating problem like gastritis, it will make worse.
Like aloe vera as a...
Aloe vera. Aloe vera have a cooling quality, but it is like, I think is like a really frozen quality. It is covering in like a digestive tract, and it is prevent digestive juice to come to the food, and that means is producing more armor, and armor causes you a lot of trouble. And aloe vera is not that much of heat producing, but it's like a preventing heat coming to the tummy, and same time it's producing a lot of armor. Then the armor is causing a lot of problem in your tummy. And vipaka mean is immediate cooling or heating, and vipaka is post digestive effect, and post digestive effect I told you before as well. Madhura vipaka, amla vipaka, katu vipaka. Sweet taste of digestion, mouth to upper part of the esophagus, or the until to the gut, whole tube, that area to the stomach, that tube area we call sweet taste of digestion. And sour taste of digestion is like tummy, that area, there's spleen, liver and stomach. And katu vipaka, pungent taste of digestion, and is called in lower abdomen, in a colon area, and is 3 places is absorbed in different kind of thing to the body from the food. And first part, sweet taste of digestion, as anything you eat sweet, fruits and all sucrose absorbing from the upper part of the your digestion, like sweet area. And that's what is the difference between fruit and vegetable. Vegetable doesn't absorb like fructose. There's no fructose, there are no fructose absorbed in the upper part of the digestion. And when you come in the lower part of the digestion, then you absorb all the water when you cook the vegetable. But fruit you can eat, and then its sweet is absorbed and you feel better, and then rest of the thing is going out. And then it's sweet taste of digestion. And then the sour taste of digestion, any protein, carbohydrate, especially carbohydrate, the sugar going to be, sucrose going to be absorbed to the body, and the protein, vitamin, mineral, some vitamin, mineral absorbed from the upper part of the digestion, and most vitamin, mineral, and then protein, carbohydrate is digested in a second part, which is sour taste of digestion. And third part is all water can all absorbs to the body, and that's what it's a katu vipaka we call. It's the anything is remaining in a chyle, or the ahara rasa, or we call as a part digested food, and it's gone to the colon, and from the colon and lower intestine, and it squeeze all the water and absorb to the body and give the rough edges to the your poo, and then then you are going to toilet, and then that is the lower part of the digestion, or sour pungent taste of digestion. And in there, that's if you're eating a lot of rough veggies and porridge, raw vegetables, and then a lot of fruits, all the fibres part come into the lower end. And then what happened was, if the fibre content is too much, and they absorb water from the like body, not body, water to the body, and that means more rough edges you eat, sometimes more drying you're going to be, and that means it is in a vicious cycle in your digestion, and that means more you eat in the rough edges, porridge, and like that kind of thing, more you feel like you're going to toilet well with very dry, but your body going to be feel very dry, and it is adverse effect again. It is vata aggravating. Vata aggravating is constipation. Constipation, you eat vata food, then vata like that is getting, is a cycle like that. Okay, and then and vipaka like that. And prabhava mean the special quality of the medicine. It's a prabhava, is like aura. Some medicine has aura, especially coconut and coriander. They both has special cooling quality. And when you see the coconut is how they growing up as well. It is like, it is very, very high, near to like moon, very high, very, and it absorbs in loads of quality of the moon, and it is normally it's grow in salt and water content, like seashores and like kind of areas, and then it has prabhavas, can keep the lot of aura in that plants, like and then when you have that one to yourself, you can have your aura also going to be a little bit good. That means your aura, your immunity and yourself like calm and like more enlightened. I want to be now. So tired. Sorry, students. And yeah, and then prayoga vinyan, that is the rasaguna vira vipaka prabhava we saying, and then prayoga vinyane mean nama rupa vinyane, guna karma vinyana we said. Prayoga vinyane, how do you administrate the medicine, and then how you give a medicine, how you make a medicine, how you prepare the dosage, how you prepare your prescription, and it is called prayoga vinyana. And this is I done. I always do that. Okay, you can see they don't have the overhead projector. See, I don't need the overhead projector. See, I just keep talking. Method of preparation we call, and Dravya Guna Vinyane one thing, Bahi Sajja Kalpana is something. Bahi Besaja, Besaja is the medicine, and Bahi Sajja means the about medicine is Sanskrit. Besaja means medicine, Bahi Sajja means about the medicine, and Kalpana means preparation.
Does kalpana mean to mix?
Mix the preparation, prepare, or thinking and imagining, and some people call kalpana. Kalpana means a lot of thinking. We have Kalpana somewhere, Dr. Kalpana, Kalpana in Neptune, Ayurveda. Kalpana means, sweet thoughts, thinking sweetly, and that called kalpana. And the kalpana mean, preparation of medicine, or how to think to make medicine. Okay, and method of preparation and design of herbal formula, we call it Vaisajya Kalpana. And and then we are going to learn about medicinal plant, and then how you use medicinal plant in a plant for Ayurvedic treatments. And for that we have to have an idea of collecting medicine. Where it's come from? How do we collect the medicine? For example, if you're going to collect the medicine like herbs like asafoetida, and it is is really little bush kind of thing, and it's some period of time, in that plant is oozing the sap, and the sap, when you ooze in the sap, sometimes you have to put some papers or something under the tree, and then you have to collect it like that way. And you can't cut the trees to sap to come. Sometimes we cut the trees to sap, like a coconut or the agave kind of thing. We cut the flowers and then collect the sap, and like that some things you collecting. And for example, amla, amla, there's fruits, some seasons the amla is growing, and amla, the fruit season, and we collect all the amla and then ask the people to collect it and preserve it or make it, because if people collect it and leave it like that, we can't make a medicine. And then we have to go to the farmers and tell how to preserve it, storage it, and otherwise there's no medicine.
Yeah, it just becomes a food.
And it is discarded. For example, if you're going to collect amla, and then we have to give a idea to the instruction to the farmer. We take the amla and wash it, and they collect all the thing and wash, and then cut and take the seed, because amla seed is not very good. Because why? Sometimes it's had the kind of hallucinogenic effect, and then maybe they all have amla seed rather than amla. And then we normally take the amla seed out, and we dry under the sun, like a sun dried, and when all the moisture gone out, and we put it to the bags, and like airtight bags, and store in a cool dry place. And like that we have to have some kind of method of collecting, method of preservation, method of storaging, and every Ayurvedic doctor should know about this kind of thing. And otherwise farmers doesn't know this kind of thing, because farmers doesn't know. They farm, they sell, but if you want to have a good quality medicine, you have to. That's what Dr. Ranjit does a lot of time. He's going to he's going to Farmers Association, which is medicine, they collecting medicines, and then he go in and time to time, and he check the samples, and they improve to improve this collection method, and then the collection, preserve, and storage kind of thing. And again, if it is a new plant or new thing, and we have to see how, like for example, Garcinia kind of thing is like it is again it has to collect from the season, and it's all Garcinia coming, dropping to the ground. And if you're not given an idea to the patients, just wash and take all the sand out and wait until it dry and the water being all evaporated, or then you can put it in a little bit of the warm area and sometimes sun drying. After sun drying also you have to put the smoking kind of thing you have to do, and then all the fungus bacteria has to be eliminated, and then you have to just storage in a dry cold places. And like that, as Ayurvedic doctor or practitioner, you should know about how to preserve the herbs. And that's the, and then utilization and administration, that's other one, is also utilized. How to how can you utilize and the administration, this kind of word what you see, and that you should know as Ayurvedic doctor. And then study and the training and the study of the quality action storage and vehicles and prepared drugs, this kind of thing is called by Sajja Kalpana. And a comparison of measuring techniques and scales in Ayurveda method. And this Ayurvedic medicine always only not come as a powder, and it's different kind of form we call sanskarana, that means making medicine differently to get the different actions. And that one people, the Ayurvedic doctor should know very well, that decoction, first one is a decoction. Decoction means dry herbs or raw herbs. You boiled it with 8 cups of water, and it simmer down to 1 cup, and take it as twice a day or once a day as recommended by the doctor, and that call it decoction. Decoction also, any decoction 8 to 1, but sometimes it's like if you want to wash a wound or something like that, it's 16 to 1, and like that it's changing according to the use of use. And then if it is the Uttaravasti vaginal, the wash, and it is 24 to 1 kind of thing. It's like that, it's changing according to use. And then it again, this knowledge is lot of now is not there, because a lot of people not using decoction, because they need to have a quite quick answer. And then decoction mean 8 cups of water until to simmer down to 1 cup.
Nobody has time.
People can't stand that. And again, it is like a little bit time consuming, energy consuming thing. And these days you can find it out, it's India mostly though, their decoction they made it to a tablet, decoction tablet. They simmer down to very concentration point and make in tablet, and what the tablet they have to put it the water and half a cup of water and make then get the decoction, but it doesn't work.
I was going to say, is it actually,
Yeah.
if it was effective, they would have done it before.
Before, yeah, and they would have done before, and this is like, it is not effective, and it is like Vata tablet, Kashaya tablet, then in like decoction tablet, Vata tablet we can find in India, all sort of thing, because they wanted to make that anything to the appeal into the market and earn some kind of money.
Convenient.
But it's not going to, its a decoction has to remain in like decoction. Even people not using is fine. If people wanted to use it, they will make a decoction anyway. Okay.
And decoction always has to be fresh, does it?
Yeah, fresh. Either dry, dry herbs. Like For example, Dashamul Kashaya, the 10 roots, and then that 10 roots roots is dry, you see, wash and dry and sun dried, and cut the roots, and then 10 kind of roots, and then you put 8 cups of water and simmer down to 1 cup, and then Dashamul Kashaya we call 10 root decoction. Dashamul Arishta and the preparation with the alcoholic preparation, and like that any preparation you can make, like Kashaya and decoction and Kvata. And Kashaya is more effective than Kvata. Kvata means Swarasa means express juice, and express juice is effective, but decoction is more effective.
Is it because it's more
concentration and more, its liquid is not there anymore. Liquid, because this is Swarasa, is they take a liquid out, it's water, and the other one is more from the plant, because it's already dried one or wet one, they take everything to the water, this remaining water, and that means always decoction is much stronger than Swarasa. Infusion, cold and hot infusions. Infusions mean you take 1 teaspoon or half a teaspoon or whatever is there, and then put it to the cold or hot water and leave it for a while and drink it, and that cold or hot infusion. And churna, powder mean powder also, and normally in Sri Lanka powder people don't put it to the water, they take into the mouth and straight away.
So the churna in the clinic for
Yeah.
patients, if lot of them they put in
Yeah.
a small amount of hot water, is that an infusion?
Infusion, yeah, infusion. And then it called Panta Kashaya in Ayurvedic name is a Panta Kashaya, and Panta Kashaya mean it's a decoction kind of thing, but you made it like a hot water or cold water, and it's same kind of action, but the decoction is much more boiled and take all the thing to the water. But Panta Kashaya also not that bad. Lot of powders come like a Panta Kashaya or the infusion churna. And Arishta Asava. Arishta and Asava. Arishta is different between Arishta and Asava. Arishta is alcoholic preparation, and the fermenting process is becoming like alcohol, and then it's called Arishta. It's some percentage is alcohol. Asava, there is no alcohol percentages, they all evaporate the alcohol, and Asava but the difference between that, Arishta you can keep it long time, Asava you can't, because it is raw preparation, and it is like Asava, you can keep it for 1 month or 5 months, but Arishta you can keep it for 10 years, nothing happening.
So Asava is also a fermented preparation?
It is fermented, but alcohol, non-alcoholic fermenting.
Does that mean it's gone beyond the alcohol stage or before the alcohol stage?
Before the alcohol stage, because that's what they can't keep the Asava for a while, and the fatty preparation, that means like some ghee, like a grita we call, and the brahmi grita, the lasuna grita, and grita mean like ghee preparation. You put it to ghee, and it's some kind of preparation you have with that. Medicated ghee preparation, another one is a medicated grita. Fatty preparation mean grita, and the other one is a fatty preparation. We use bone marrow for some kind of preparation, and normally we using for fractures, bone marrow preparation. And
Bone marrow from which animal do they use?
the especially cow kind of thing, and it's because of the calcium, and it is, and again, like it's not only the bone marrow and some things, like, and the Dr. Ranjit is preparing one of medicine for the, it's really effective one for the arthritis and cartilage problems, and with the what is it, prawns, shells of the prawns.
Oh yes.
And this is and with the powdered and some kind of thing, he's on the experimental way preparing it.
Using the calcium in the,
Yeah,
because that has the calcium
yeah,
in
calcium in there,
the prawn shell.
yeah.
Wow.
kind of thing. And then I don't know how it's work, but he will conquer that. He's tired like me, we both like doing some bloody masters. So he's like, you have to read. Okay. Decoction and Swarasa express juice. And Swarasa mean, these express juice mean not from the cow, so the human, and is express juice mean, like what do you call the NutriBullet kind of thing.
Or literally squeeze.
Squeeze, yeah. And kalka mean paste. And again, paste you're making with any herbal powders, so the decoction or something like that. Infusion. This I did it. Churna powder aristasava. This one, yeah. And medicated oil, and that other one is a medicated oil. Medicated oil is, you should learn more, because as part of your practice you use your medicated oil a lot, and who done the massage course, they might have a little bit of, not little bit, quite a bit of knowledge about how to use your oil. And other people, in the future we are going to talk about what are the oils. But in the first year we have done Mahanarayana oil.
Yeah, they have Mahanarayana, Pinda, Kumari, Triphala, Sashapadi, Ashwagandha and Neelyadi.
That's enough. That's enough. It's enough for my
clinical
lifestyle.
practice.
Only we got the only thing, or only oils are like that. We don't have that much of oil. Those are the oils we are using. And pills and tablets. The pills and tablets is good, but one problem with that, because when you come to the is pills and tablet, and is like a Google preparation, like it is traditionally made it to not to the in there is rasa, or the taste is not play a major role. And that means that Google preparation is, because Google even eat, there is no that much of taste, and then you eat it or slow, it is fine, because it's a taste doesn't count that much of major effect on body at that point. But other pills and tablets like Triphala or the Amahara, or kind of Hinguashtaka. If you make a tablet, and it's always feel like the taste is coated. Yeah. And that means first penetration to identify that the imbalance is not going to be, you see.
So does that mean pills and tablets are generally less effective than
Nobody,
Churna?
is new thing is pills and tablets. Is Ayurveda never talk about pills and Mati, Gutika, these two things. Mati and Gutika mean like bowls they made.
Yes.
Like you know, like with the ghee, with the jaggery, the honey, and this kind of thing, because it's coagulate nicely. And like kind of thing, or not that much of tablets these people use for the as Ayurvedic medicine. And modaka mean preparation with jaggery and then kind of sweet preparation. And marwana, madara modak, is like one marwana pill we making is modak. And that's what
Sweet
that
marijuana.
no, that doctor said, you know, the cake, they make a cake and put all the marijuana tablet
Inside
and then when you eat in the cake, you know, you use the and then after 5 minutes later everybody laughing and joking and relaxing. Maybe we can have that cake.
People do that here, but it's not legal.
Because it's different than the smoking marijuana.
People make hash brownies here. They put marijuana.
Hash brownie?
Yeah, it's very well known. You can put the not the weed, not the dried weed, but the resin.
Yeah.
They put it into cakes and muffins and things, and
it's illegal.
And brownies, and I mean marijuana is illegal in all the forms unless you have medical.
You know, no, the people. You know, because they want to be merry or the medicinal
for
effect?
Recreational, to get high. They
okay.
eat the hash brownies or hash cakes or things they make.
Okay, like magic mushroom.
You have parties where you have hash brownies.
And salts and cream and salt, you know, like the Bhaskar lavana or normal slow salt, you know, like we use rock salt so much as some Ayurvedic medicine. And creams mean, you know, like anything you can made it for applying, like external general application, external application. And nasal in the inhalators or nasya and gargles. And nasya means we make medicine for putting into the nose and sniffing, and then, you know, is the way of taking medicine into the internal system is called nasya, through nasal passage. And gargle is like, you know, what we make decoction, and for mouth ulcers, anything on the mouth kind of problems, we use a lot of gargles in there. And then purification processes, what that, I don't know. Prevention and storage of the drugs I told you, and practical components and application. And I said sorasa, decoction, powder, arishta, kalka, and this all drug preparation that I said, you know. Yeah. And identify herbs and plant in UK for herbal preparation, and that is quite controversy kind of subject, because the UK, the rules are every time changing. And recently somebody said to me, licorice not allowed. Yeah, some kind of
as a medicine,
some kind of hallucinogenic or some kind of effect on that. And then it's like some herbalist who came to Ayurvedic clinic said to us, you know, licorice is not allowed anymore or something like that. Like that, one day, it's like paracetamol, they do one day something, second day something, and after 1 year, okay, everything, allowed everything in the world, and next minute like that. And that means you got to be, always keep an eye on what is changing. Is anything in there, licorice?
I'm just looking, I mean, the herbal, they use licorice root as a herbal remedy, and licorice tincture.
Yeah.
And that kind of thing. I can't
Any prohibition?
I can't see any prohibition. I have to check
Yeah.
a bit more.
And in this licorice and that kind of preparation sometimes is they saying you can't use it and then you can and at that point as an Ayurvedic practitioner you have to be aware of this kind of nothing they have doing anything or any adverse effect, but you would have to be aware of what we can use and what we can't use in UK. And okay, and the other things, exploring the method, preparation and action, common herbs available in the UK, and that is another thing we got to be, understanding and have some kind of knowledge, because we always talking about preparation in the herbs in UK, the Sri Lanka and India to here, but you got to understand that the rainforest is going to run out one day. You have to ask yourself what you should do in here, how we use the homegrown stuff for our using for as a medicine. And I think I can't even talk today. Can we have some questions comes?
Yes. And the other thing, we sent an email today explaining that we'd also be starting.
It's finished.
That's finished. Well, this is all. We're starting the herbarium.
Yeah.
And we did the herbarium last year, and it's a collection of herbs, but not just the Ayurvedic herbs. We're also looking at the ones that are
Available
indigenous
in
here to the UK, and we're asking each student will have 2 or 3 herbs allocated to them, and
Vatsala going to do that, is it?
she will do it,
Yeah.
but it's just tying in with this.
Yeah.
We're trying to begin to look at
yes,
how to use, at least research and understand indigenous plants here used in Ayurveda from the Ayurvedic point of view. So we're building slowly.
That is, so we have that like first year people, they gave us 1 or 2 specimens to us, is it? Like then they are going to give us all the literature and research method and preservation and samples, storage and everything, samples, and that means we are keeping our herbarium.
Yes.
And in here everybody can looking at and everybody can contribute to that, and it is like as a piece of work from everybody. It's remaining in here. One day you can, if you come here, you can see, you can, or if you wanted to have what is in it, we can just send the pictures or anything like that. It is everybody's uses. We are having that work. Okay.
It's the idea is to have the collection of all the research together, and every year we'll produce
more
a herbarium and we'll put it all together, and then it's available for everybody to look at and hopefully to build on. And there's one question from Sandra. It's not directly related to this, but it might be relevant to us now. She said it's a question about amla and lavana rasa, and she said Dr. Vasantlad's books say that amla consists of fire and earth, and lavana consists of fire and water.
Yeah.
Then again, the Handbook of Ayurveda is saying the other way around.
Yeah.
And Ashtanga Hridyam describes both lavana and amla as fire and water.
Yeah.
So she's saying she's thinking about it from her own point of view. She said it seems to her to make sense that salt as a mineral must be earth, must contain the earth, and the sour things must contain the water.
Yeah.
Because in the fermentation process, they need the water for the fermentation. She said, can you help her to clarify which is the right?
Yeah, it is every year same question is coming out. I'm fed up of answering this question now, because the books written by people like us, the doctors. And then I will ask one question to clarify that. If you want to identify as a Kapha person, if you say this is a Kapha person, and what is the quality you can see? It's a very earthy person, you see, very earthy person. It's not same very watery person, you know. And if you have the Pitta person, even though Pitta consists with fire and water, we don't say this is water person. This is called fiery person, Pitta person, fiery. If it is Vata person consists of ether and air, we don't say ether person. We call air person. And that's the problem lies on. And always because of this earth and water is a Kapha, it's like if you wanted to say the Kapha, you know, this is made by Kapha, and then some people use earth quality, some people will use watery quality. Nothing wrong with that, because it's like end of the day is producing Kapha quality, you know. And we are not introduced Pitta person like that at all, fire, and we don't have a problem. So always have a problem with the Kapha. And anywhere you see, they use for earth quality to the water quality to the earth quality, it doesn't that much matter, because is represented in the Kapha element, Kapha Bhuta. The earth, the Panchamahabhuta, earth and water Bhuta, and end quality is the Kapha. That's why a lot of books are saying these two things always like going here there.
Every year.
Yeah, every year. You know.
This question.
Yeah, it's like that question coming.
Yes. Okay.
That's it.
That's it. There are no other questions.
Okay, thank you.
This is the introduction to the medicine classes.
Medicine class, and then Dr. Vatsala is very interesting. Very, she has her expertise in that area. You would have a really better class. I don't very much like that much of preparations, but I do the preparation. But you know, like my best part is like medicine disorders and not the preparation and herbs.
But it's a lot more interesting than I thought it would be. Because
this one?
Yeah, because I wasn't that interested in the beginning about the Dravyaguna and the preparation, and I thought, why do we have to learn this?
Yeah.
But in fact, after learning it, suddenly there's much more understanding why these medicines behave in this way, how they work, how they're collected, and there's a lot more, and especially understanding the entire industry of Ayurveda.
Yeah.
Now I can understand why.
Yeah.
Precisely, certain medicines are expensive, certain ones are cheap.
Yeah.
Why the cheap ones, you can forget using cheap medicine.
Yeah, that's that kind of thing. Yes. Let's finish it now. You see. Okay, everybody have a lovely evening and lovely dinner, and go to sleep quickly.